Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Char. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to let a few more people come on in and then we're going to jump right into it. But you guys should know by now, just hit the like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. All right, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Char. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all my newcomers, flip floppers, and day ones. What's up, Lottie Dottie to everybody? Hey, Mama Bees, Robin, I see you in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up? Go ahead and share the live. Just when I thought I was going to have some time to go live, I was like, I set a time. Set aside this time to go live, and here comes my daughter's school's calling. So I'm going to stay on the live until a significant amount of time, at least till I push out everything that I wanted to. And I'm going to I'm still working also. So it's a mess, guys. It's a mess, but you know, what is life if it's not a mess, honey? It's okay. I will be okay. I miss y'all so much. I told you I'm gonna try to do better with the lives. If not, I was going to upload content. So that's what I've been doing. The song is fire. Who is it, sis? Let me see if I can pull up the name. It's not YouTube friendly. Kennedy Rayon is Ryon Ego 2. That's the name of it. It's not YouTube friendly, so it'll get muted out or deleted out of it once the live end. But I figure, you know, sometimes that other music that they give you that's YouTube friendly is always so gloomy. You know, I'll be trying to upbeat y'all, at least if y'all having a morning like mine. I'll be like, come on in and talk with me, okay? If you guys are not following me over on Facebook, go ahead and follow me there, okay? I'm doing some new form of content on all of my backup pages, which is active on all platforms, okay? So I have backup pages on all platforms. Char's Reality Family on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. No, I'm not on Facebook, but I'm sorry. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. My backup pages are there as well. And that's where you just get a chance just to see me, you know, pop my head in and be a little bit more down the earth versus here where you might see me in a pre-recorded video, but you won't see me on a live unless it's the weekend because obviously I work long hours. And right now, money ain't money and like that, where I can be able to be a full-time content creator. So we just making it do what it do, what it do, what it do. Got it. Thanks. It was a nice vibe. Thank you. I'm trying to vibe y'all in here with me and let y'all chill out with me. We have a few things on the roster to talk about. I'm not going to say I'm coming back tonight, but I'm going to try to do a live tonight. I'm going to try. But I've been oversleeping for work. So it's even work is just work and it's long. So by me oversleeping, it's just not getting enough sleep, right? I'm just not getting, by the time I lay down and get home, it's like 10 o'clock. By the time I actually get in the bed, it's probably about 11:30. And I got to be right back up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I could be out. I could be to work by 5, right? So you guys could do the math. I'm not getting enough sleep and I just keep oversleeping. However, my situation doesn't allow me to, you know, decrease my hours in any way, form, or fashion, right? So I just got to make it work. But the reality of it is, I'm just not getting enough sleep. Okay. And I'm tired. I'm tired. All right. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this. Man, I hate that I even talk about Chrisean, but I'm gonna get her out the way first because Chrisean, everybody over Chrisean, okay? So those of you who have not been watching Chrisean and Lemmy and Tasiki and all of those people are part of Baddies have gotten into a bit of a feud and a back and forth online, okay? Chrisean decided to go live and tell the world, look, this is it for me, right? I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't want to do it. It's a very demonic space. They put us up against each other. I'm looking at my sister in her eyes, and she really don't want to fight, but it's the atmosphere. She also go on to speak on what's the girl name? DJ Sky, and she says that her and DJ Sky got into a bit of a scuffle because of the atmosphere. The atmosphere weigh on you, right? And like I said, I don't know, guys. I'm it's like one of those things like, Chrisean, what did you expect? You were on Baddies before. You know how Lemmy run, right? Lemmy run a little wild out there, okay? And he doesn't have no loyalty to anybody. So shame on you for believing that he will be loyal to you or anybody else, right? Unless you give it up some cookies, I just can't imagine that being something that he's going to do, right? Everybody his sis and bro until it comes down to making a business decision, and the business decision is create and stir the mess so that viewers can come in and watch the mess and continue to have the mess going. He doesn't care about sisters. He doesn't care about friendships. He doesn't care about making a tell out of anybody, right? That's what he do. Okay, so to go and blindside it like you didn't know, I have to question your agenda, right? Obviously you wanted a paycheck and he was given a paycheck, right? But I also think that you were afraid to be exposed, right? And I think when it started to come down, your reasoning for walking away, I think it's more than them putting y'all against each other. I think you just didn't want to, one, get those rounds in with Tasiki. And two, I believe that you were going to be exposed more than a little bit. Okay. So what better way there is to run? Okay. Now, after she decided, I don't want to do this no more, she did say in that video that she didn't have her ID, but she can fly with John F. Kennedy without it, as long as she's fully verified or checked in or something like that. So I was a little confused when she started making all this commotion about an ID. I was like, girl, you just knew that you just said in your live that they weren't going to give you your ID back. And you knew that. So you were going to fly with John F. Kennedy because of that. So I didn't understand the yelling around the airport. They won't give me my ID. They trying to make it like this. They hot, they hold me hot, all this stuff. I really did not understand it because you said yourself that they were not going to give it to you. Did they have a right to hold it? Absolutely not. But you signed a bunch of contracts, right? And I'm sure along the line somewhere you signed a contract that might have said, hold my ID while I'm handling Zeus business along the way, right? And now it's not benefiting you. You wanted to cause all this commotion. That's the part I can't get down with, right? So anyway, she caused all this commotion, yelling and screaming, excuse me, sir, he won't give me my ID. Please, sir. Now, what about, she said she filed a police report, and the police is looking for the guy that was holding her ID. Now, the guy did say he won't give her her ID until Lemmy clears it. I found that to be a bit strange. Like, oh, so let me get to run everything, huh? And I understand the dude worked for him, but there's some things like I wouldn't put myself in that kind of predicament, right? You put yourself in a dangerous situation withholding someone personal identification. That's weird to me. Anyway, by Chrisean saying all these things, Lemmy wanted to clear the air, and he had a lot of things to say. Okay, let me see. Okay, so he's speaking on her behavior, okay, because she was saying that they were making them fight. And she's saying that she was clear, and when she came in, that she didn't want to fight. So they figured they'll make Marsh fight, and they put her in an position to fight, and then boom, she out there fighting. So let me go, he with all the right? He's going to definitely make sure he go back and forth because he got time. He is the CEO. He got time. So he says Chrisean recent behavior has been erratic, should you say, and concerning. Okay. He also goes on to say throughout the production, basically, she indulged in multiple verbal altercations that were unprovoked. Right. She did those things because she wanted to do those things. Okay. Nobody prompted her. Production didn't tell her. She just straight out was flipping out because she basically was doing things for the camera as well. Okay. He says that these incidents that were unprovoked and she did on her own were not staged nor directed. Okay. He says that they are her sincere, genuine actions. All right. That's just who she is. And he says that it was captioned in real time. And I was just like, I could believe that too. Right. I also believe what Chrisean is saying. Okay. It is a demonic atmosphere, but you went knowing what kind of situation you in, right? You knew about this. This isn't new to you, right? He wasn't letting up on Chrisean at all. He says if Chrisean feels uneasy about her sister's reaction, that's understandable. He says I'll be concerned too, but it does not justify, her, basically it does not justify her behavior to Zeus or the team. Okay. The truth will be evident. He says that it's basically coming out, right? So she knows whatever been recorded is definitely coming out, and ain't no coming back from it. Because in the video, she said that they probably going to edit it to fit what they want it to be, but I don't care. So she knows she acted a fool in front of those cameras. Okay. What else is he talking about here? He actually wish her well, right? He says that he wished that she will, continue to thrive in all her endeavors. And then he wishes the entire family peace, love, happiness, and all the above, right? I do think that it sucks that her and Tasiki is here. But again, it has nothing to do with Zeus. Now, is Zeus painting a picture and buying into it? Absolutely. Okay. I don't care what Lemmy said. But this stem way, 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 way before Zeus even exists. Okay. The thing is, now Zeus is here, so everybody's capitalizing off of it. And like I said, it's sad because even Chrisean right now on Snapchat is going wild, and she's still talking about the incident of her son. And she went into details. And the details that she went into, I'm going to be honest, those details, anybody will come back and slap the hell out of you. Okay. So I don't know why they think that they're going to be sisters after this, unless God come down from heaven and sit them both down, because the stuff that came out of Chrisean's mouth, it definitely deserved to be smacked, right? And this is what I'm talking about she can blame the show for certain things, but this is your actions. You came home, got on a flight, jumped on Snapchat, and now you're still going. These are your actions. There's no limits. There's no conscience. There's no, let me not air out my nephew like that, right? You just like straight just going for it, all right? So Lemmy wishes them all well. And then he talks about her telling all the scenes, and she did. She got online and she told every little bit of the scenes, right? What was going to go on, who they put. And she said her exact words was, okay, oh, well, they're going to take my Instagram because I already let all the cat out the bag. So she knew what she was doing, right? And he basically talked about how, compromising that is. And it basically damages the integrity of the show. And he said, let's be clear. Rock called him because remember, she said that he promised her a Jesus show or something like that. I forget the name of the show, but it was something involving Jesus. He promised her that, and then he flipped the script like, we can't do this, but we can offer you more money to be on Baddies. And at first she was down with it, but she's like, I probably should have left them, but I didn't, because now that I didn't, it's like I threw myself in the line of fire. And you did. You sold yourself for a check, right? But you don't have no car allegedly. You don't have no house allegedly. You needed that check. And I feel like you should have played your cards a little bit more better than this. Okay. You needed the check to get to where you're trying to get. And I don't feel like you use wisdom in all of this. Okay. And he basically gave her a warning. Cameras are documenting it all, right? So you were recorded acting this crazy way. Okay. Chrisean mothering and her choice of relationships worry me. Not judging, just worry. Absolutely. By any of us, okay? By any of us, we should be worried. Not that we care like we know her, but if you're a human being, definitely, okay? We're now moving on to Michael Blackson. and his fiance, which is on, we talked about it a little bit in my pre-recorded video, but I wanted to give a little bit feedback on it. So I wanted to talk about it. Okay. It's very, very, very unfortunate. These babies are so beautiful. Okay. So beautiful. This is the new baby on the left, and then the baby by the fiance is on the right. And like I said, it sucks. And he had these babies 2 months apart. And at first I looked at it as, oh, good thing he took accountability, like he ain't making nobody else fault. Like that's pretty dope. But when I heard her response and how broken she was, I didn't feel like he took any accountability anymore. Okay, so we're going to talk about his apology to his fans, his 18-year-old twins, and then her, where she should have been at the top of the list. That was weird to me, but and then we're going to get into her response because she did respond. Okay, so he goes on and says, "Good day to all my family, friends, and fans. The last few months, God has blessed me, but in blessing me came a lot of pain." Now, who was the pain for? You? Because you did this, okay? He says 2 months after, is it Rada, gave birth to little Mikey, a female friend I've known for over 5 years, also gave birth to my son, King. Child Blackson, my two boys have brought so much joy to my life, but also caused me to lose my fiance. Now, this makes me right here thinks that that's the only reason why you tell it. That other baby mom was like, you better claim mine like you claiming hers, okay? And that's the thing. I don't think he ever would have came out with this had not the other female probably was not threatening him like, you better say something because I'm telling you all hell about to break loose, right? So obviously he was spending time with these boys, both of them, because he talks about my two boys have brought so much joy. If he didn't have time with them, he wouldn't have mentioned that. Okay. So he definitely was spending time with them. Calls me to lose my fiance. He says Mikey was born Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Is it I don't know. I ain't gonna try to pronounce the other baby name, but the other baby, the one that was from the friend of 5 years, was born August 6th, 2025. That is a little less than 2 months, guys. Trifling. You hear me? Okay, he says, my apologies for waiting so long, but I didn't know how to do it. My older twin boys, who are now 18, didn't find out till last night. Is this supposed to make it better? Because I'm confused. Okay. Didn't find out till last night. He also says, my own mom don't even know. I love kids and I want to thank God for bringing me more healthy boys. My apologies to Rada, and I hope she forgives me for the pain I have brought to her. He says, I'm going to be the best loving father in the world to avoid turning into Nick Cannon or Eli Musk. I'm only dating women that ran out of period or had a hysterectomy, swipe, and meet. And then he has a little boy name. Now, it was funny, but it's not funny. And now ain't the time for you to be cracking no jokes. I understand making a light of the situation, but if you was going to apologize, you probably should have just stuck to the apology because now it looks like you're not taking anything serious. Now, I remember when they was on that show and he told her that he was not going to stop sleeping around. Okay. So I don't know if she thought that it would change because they had a baby or he proposed to her. I don't know what she thought, but he has always been upfront with how he's going to move. Okay. He's going to date multiple people. That's at least what I got from that. Okay. So it's unfortunate. Okay. And it sucks. And I know it's embarrassing, but she had to see it coming. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now she did respond. This is her response. It says, I don't normally respond, but let's just agree that was the most pathetic, poor apology ever. I'm walking in peace, guided by God grace. My energy belongs to my 4-month-old son, not to negativity. People always tell me they are embarrassed for me. Dang, that's hard. Okay, they are embarrassed for me or getting embarrassed at this point. But for me, when love runs that deep, you stop seeing the man and start seeing the boy who just wanted to be loved. And that's what breaks you. She says, I didn't just love, I understood the pain, the innocence, the child in him. With that said, I take full accountability for staying in the circus too long. His type was never me because I'm a real woman. This is what happens when you hold a man down 100%. Oh, I felt that in my shana. You hear me? Okay. But this is what happened when you put all of you into someone that's not willing to do the same for you. Okay. And like she said, she loved him in all his endeavors, but you also loved him more than you loved yourself. And people were telling you, like, girl, I'm embarrassed for you. And you just was like, it's okay, it's all right. And it's not okay. It's never all right, right? But I'm glad you're drawing the line somewhere. I'm glad that you are, taking a stand and walking away from this mess, because this is a mess. Okay. You guys drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about all of that. Let's move on to Tamar and Birdman. Now, what is the worst time ever for this to be a topic of conversation? Okay. Now, why I say is bad, because remember, Tawanda just told Tony that Tamar was sleeping with her man. Okay, so if Tamar was sleeping with her man, then Tamar shows up to the verses with Birdman, and I just think they was just being friendly. I mean, people might say no, Char, but I honestly don't see nothing to this. Right? I see her taking care of him and him taking care of her. I even saw the clip earlier from TMZ where him and her was like shucking over the bottle, like she wanted more drinks, and he like, hell no. Like, he's watching over her as well, right? And also, like I mentioned in my video, their recordings for that show was way back when. They might have already got over it. As you can see, when he FaceTimed Tony, there was no get that be out the camera, what you hanging around her for. None of that was. She was in the camera. Granted, she was doing a whole lot, and she did need to back the hell up and let that man have some time with his wife on that phone. But I'm also saying that she was in that camera like her and Tony still talk. Okay, there was no pause, or let me move because she don't like me like that. It was none of that stuff going on. So that makes me believe that at some point they had a conversation after the show and they pieced it up. Okay, now she's there supporting her brother-in-law, because Tony couldn't be there. But I do think that there should be limits. I don't see the necessary point and wiping, as you guys see on the screen, wiping the sweat from his head. He needs to get his own handkerchief and wipe his own sweat, because his wife is not there to do so. Okay. I don't think that was appropriate, right? Do I think that she was sexually trying to do anything to him, or arouse him in any kind of way? Absolutely not. Call me naive or whatever you want to call me, but the reality of it is I don't see her trying to do that. I see her just doing too much, okay, and not being aware of the hot water that she's already in. Okay, she really should have stood clear rather from this particular thing, because you're already painted as the girl that sleeps with her sister's man. Okay, so right now was not the time for you to be wiping the sweat off of nobody's head. Okay. uh yeah. And Tony was in that camera like, would you get the hell away from this camera? She was definitely looking like that. And Birdman was basically like trying to like dress it up like she's a diva. Look at her, look at her. Because he's trying not to put too much focus on the fact that Tony really didn't want Tamar in that camera. She wanted her moment with her husband, like her husband should have gotten. But Tamar was too twisted to recognize what was transpiring, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, so that was a lot. And it's just, and this is another situation where sisters are going at it. The TV is compromising over it, or, gaining from it. It's crazy. Y'all hear me? It is wow. And I want people to really draw the line at some point. If it's exploiting my family and where we are and where we could potentially be, I don't know if I would go to the extent that these folks are going, y'all. This is heavyweight, okay? This is heavy stuff. You hear me? But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to speak on. I did get some other news today, but I'll keep that for later on, or my pop-ins that I'm going to do throughout the day. Listen, if you are still here under the sound of my voice, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and share the live so that people can know that I'm over here and I can stay active in the algorithm. I love your checkmates, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Until next time, checkmates. Bye.